It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now Murray on the play fake. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so shipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying to run for it with Benson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Benson once more. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Hits him on the out route. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They'll toss it here to Benson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to jump in. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete. And now they're facing fourth down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now, Ryan, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Here we go. Lions.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on. Fix the Eagles.
He takes off with it. He's out of bounds behind the line, so that's going to add a couple yards on to this third down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Stephanie,
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Lions readying for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Punt meets him at the 28. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's hit and sent out of bounds, so this ends as a gain of close to 7, 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's Kyler to throw. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Fields this at the 19. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Okay.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Get it. Ready.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds Isaac to Slaw. Complete. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To throw here on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
38-yard line.
Let's go. Check go.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He's still going at the 30. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the UT. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He brings it in. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Tag. Liking 18. Check smash. Check smash. Panther 11. Panther 11.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this.
On the ready.
We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance.
Here we go. Strike.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Ready up.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready. 60. Ready.
To the right, he's got to Slaw. And they'll get there and stop him at
the line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Cup 19. Cup 19. Right there, baby.
3rd and long for him here. And the goal line. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Murray from the pistol. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Murray. Harrison secures this left side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. He's going to bring this down to their 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
That's another.
All set to go now from the 35.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
Setting him on the dime. He's still going at the 30. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be second and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling. Because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two. He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
No gain on the play.
Either they knew play action wasn't coming or they were totally sold out for that one. That was a shot. That's how you hit and make the highlight reel.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Terrion Arnold has it. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Down. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 average, 60 average, go.
Here's a count again to Gibbs. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set. 19, 18. 19, right. Ready.
Pass play on first and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This is Gibbs on second down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on third and short. Absolutely fires this one right side. Cut at the 20-yard line. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Let's see what they drew up. 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Panther 11, 70 Lions. Ready, ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's able to hit Ridley, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Crack all 80. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Looking in the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Downfield, and Tislau has it. They're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 26. And the Lions have a first down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two...
He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
27-yard line.
The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. That last interception gave them a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets them another one, so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense letting them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Ready. Ready.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the red zone now. Couldn't get the screen set up properly, Brock. Pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Intended for Sam.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Third down from the gun. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of the half.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Going on first down. Here's Murray. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Trying to find his back, Trey Benson there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
He's back to throw. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. Throwing this for the end zone. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready? Hey! Ready, ready?
Plowing up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Nick, keep back. Let's go, lady. Watch the bullet. Watch the bullet.
Back to throw. Quick slant. That's Williams. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
He's going to throw it. Screen here for Gibbs. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play good for 17 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They've got first down here from the 36. Throwing now off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 18 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Fits it through the middle. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you get double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, streak.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Lobs by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's taken down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Let's go.
Another one for Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready? 60 Bison. Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Come on. Panther 60.
Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Murray to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they produced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Murray throwing again on 2nd and 10. Left side into the hands of McBride. Rolling into enemy territory. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. Out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Escapes out to the left. Throw left side, complete. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. Back to the air, Murray. He's got it near the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Looking inside the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Terry Arnold has it. And the Lions will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Pat! Hawk 70. Go!
Drive begins with Gibbs. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Ready!
Here's a throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Warriors, 19, Charger, 19.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up. Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And that reaches the 35, but no further as it caroms out of bounds.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Throw right side, and McBride has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Escapes the pocket. Now we'll try a deep shot to the other side of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Now Kyler. Here's a screen to Benson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Murray to throw here on third. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall of the day.
Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And this stays a 3-possession game.
I know there's golfers out there, Kate, that love to play this game as well. And any golfer knows, hey, man, at the turn, no matter how bad that front side was, there's still a chance, right? There's still another hole. Still another opportunity. You write that script of hope. Kickers are kind of like golfers, right? They're always thinking of the next one, but unfortunately, with that miss, the scorecard is going to end up ugly.
This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one. And they've got the football, too.
Ready,
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing the out route complete. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down. It's still a very good game. They picked up 12, 3rd and short.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Got it. Ready?
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Come on.
Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And he's going to have another first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's good.
That's a BYOB.
First down.
You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Panther Street, go!
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game.
Cardinals 3.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cardinals in the formation. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's going to be pushed out right near that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So first set of downs now from the 39. Benson on 1st and 10. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Escapes the pocket. That's incomplete left side. Looks like
quarterback broke the pocket. Kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. Brings it in at the 12. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to the well again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's able to hit Ridley, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 19 Tiger. Ready.
It's Gibbs on the carry. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Get it. 70 Timberwolf.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up.
Taken down back at
this is
42.
one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Complete to
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And it's the same as a touchback here. This one down right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the draw.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Another throw coming from Murray. He lofts one deep, center of the field. That's caught at the 25. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Cardinals trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Now Murray. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
One is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the lead to 21.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Here's a return from the 7. And after the dive, they're set up with some decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 23-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Sign quarterback run here.
Come on.
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
18.
Draw it up for him.
Let's go now.
Setting up for the kneel down on third.
Panther 60.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last